My name is Hannah. I lived a quiet life in a small town, and every night before I slept, I whispered the same prayer. God, please send me someone who loves me truly. But the years went by and no one came. I watched my friends fall in love, get married, build homes, have children. I smiled for them. But when I came home at night, my heart was heavy. I cried into my pillow, asking softly, "Why not me, Lord? Am I not good enough?" I was kind, I forgave easily. I loved deeply, but people hurt me. Some used my kindness, some made promises and walked away. Each time my heart broke a little more, yet I kept my faith alive. Every Sunday I went to church. I lit a candle and whispered, "God still has a plan for me. He will not forget me." Then one cold morning, I woke up weak, my hands shook. My body felt heavy. I went to the hospital, and after many tests, the doctor sat beside me quietly. He said, "Hannah, you have cancer." I couldn't speak. I felt my soul freeze. He continued, "You have maybe 6 months left." 6 months. The world around me went silent. I went home that night, sat under the stars, and cried. I looked up and whispered, "God, I asked for love, not this." The wind didn't answer, but deep in my heart, I felt a small voice say, "My child, I am still with you. Love is coming. But first, you must see my miracle." The next day, I decided I wouldn't give up. I cut my hair short. I smiled at strangers. I helped an old woman cross the road. I visited children in the hospital. And every night, I wrote letters to God, telling him my fears, my pain, and my hope. One evening, I went to the small hospital chapel to pray. As I sat there crying silently, a man walked in. He looked tired and lost. He sat beside me and closed his eyes. I turned to him gently and asked, "Are you okay?" He nodded slowly, but I could see pain in his eyes. We didn't speak much, but something quiet passed between us. A peace, a connection. I didn't know it then. But that simple moment was not by chance. God had written it long ago. The man's name was Michael. He was rich, confident, and powerful, but inside, he was lonely. He had everything, money, cars, success, but his heart felt empty. When he met me in the hospital chapel, he said later, "I don't know why, but that night I felt peace." At first, he only came to say hello. Then, one visit turned into many. He brought flowers, warm coffee, and sometimes just his quiet company. We talked about life. I told him how I used to dream of love, how I still hoped for it. Even when the doctors told me I might not have much time left. He looked at me one day and said, "I've met thousands of people, but you are different. You make pain look beautiful." I smiled weakly and said, "Maybe because I've learned that pain teaches us to see life differently." Days turned into weeks. My body became weaker, but my heart became lighter. Whenever he entered the room, it felt like the air itself changed. He started caring more. He brought my favorite food, read stories aloud when I couldn't sleep, and sometimes just sat beside me holding my hand. Then, one morning, the doctor walked in with a strange look. He said, "Hannah, your test results are improving. The cancer is shrinking. This is rare, almost impossible." I stared at him in silence. Tears filled my eyes. For the first time in a long while, I felt real hope. Michael smiled with tears in his eyes too. He whispered, "Maybe this is your miracle." As the months went by, my health continued to improve. I started walking again, eating better, laughing again. Michael never left my side. When I was finally discharged from the hospital, he took me to the same garden, where we used to talk. He looked nervous and said, "Hannah, I never believed in forever. Until I met you, will you marry me?" I couldn't stop crying. I said softly, "All my life I waited for love. I thought it was too late. But love found me when I stopped looking." We got married quietly. Just a few close friends, simple flowers, and the feeling of peace all around. After that, we started helping others, especially those who had lost hope. Every time someone asked me, "How did your life change?" I told them, sometimes life breaks you, so it can build you stronger. Sometimes you lose everything just before something beautiful